A dark day in football occurred this week, actually. Dynamo Kiev took on Chelsea in the Champions League, and just disgusting racial behaviour took place in which a bunch of Kiev fans attacked their own fans. There were several black gentlemen there at the game in the stands, and there's a video here, and I do want to warn you that I found this so difficult to watch, and it really does disgust me, issues like this, so I do give you fair warning. Take a look. So although it's not particularly clear from the video, it just looks like there's a lot of rabble in there, you can clearly see that there is attacks towards the black gentleman there in the fans, and there is reports stating that some people tried to help them. There's also reports that people just got involved as they seen it, and this is one of the instances that I have to stay true to my journalistic value and try not to get so caught up. But fuck those guys, those fans from Kiev are a fucking disgrace. Like, this is I don't know how many times this has been documented from this team. Racial abuse, now towards their own fans. Last season in the Europa League, did you not learn your lesson? Now they're going to face another ban. October 27th is when they're going to look into this case. And I sincerely hope that Dynamo Kiev face a severe problem in this. And do you know why? It's not the players' fault. It's not the team's fault. But if you're allowing those people into your grounds, find those scumbags, shame them, prevent them from ever getting in the field, and then it will stop. But until then, the only way to hit fans is to hit their team. Fans care nothing more than about their team. And this same thing happened with Chelsea, and I made the same point. They're coming inside that ground. I'm not talking about taking points away from the team. I'm talking about stopping fans from coming in. Play the rest of their Champions League games behind closed doors. They don't get fans at their home stadium, because this has happened far too often now, and it's an absolute disgrace.
I slightly disagree with the idea of penalizing the team because of fans, right? And a lot of that comes from the fact that fans are emotionally invested and make extremely stupid decisions, like did in terms of being racially attacking the 3 black fans in the audience. Is that what it was? And there's also, of course, the bystander effect that takes place when there's massive groups of people and you see, it seems like from the article that I read through Daily Mail that it was pretty much orchestrated.
Yeah.
Through about 5 of the guys, including one woman, and they were texting, and they said they could see that this was about to happen. And then, of course, you get, unfortunately, those who want to join in because it's a fight, and they see it, and they jump in, and then the others that sit there and do nothing except just watch, but no one actually does anything.
There was one gentleman who actually, one of the black fans, went towards him, and he just shrugged him off. That just sickened me. And sickened me.
You're definitely right about that. That is sickening. I understand that. But penalizing the team because of fans is not right, because then you're actually succumbing to essentially what I'm trying to say is that you're taking away something from the team that they, no matter what, will not have control over. The players don't have control over the fans. The coaches and the managers don't have control over the fans. The management does. The general management does.
Yep.
So don't penalize the team, but if you have to, then you can prevent fans from coming to the game.
That's what I'm saying. But it does penalize the team anyway. This is penalizing
You need to penalize the fans, not the team. But again, fans are always going to get emotionally invested into a sport.
I know, but fans don't have to be racially abusive.
No, of course not. And we do extremely stupid stuff like that when you get so emotionally invested into your team.
But that's what I'm saying.
You can't take away points. You can't prevent them from playing in a Champions League match.
And a team like this, I
disagree.
A team like this, I disagree, because in Ukraine, this is a problem. Kiev has done this several occasions. It's happened last season. So the fans aren't learning their lesson. And what I say, take that emotional investment and turn it around on them.
Right. I'm defending the team, not the fans.
No, I'm defending the team. I don't think you're defending fans at all.
No,
I think that the thing is,
circumstance, no.
I think the thing is what you're saying is completely true, because fans more than anything have a severe passion. They're stupid, but they have that passion for their team. So if they start to see that this is directly hindering their team, this is causing them to play without any fans, which is going to hinder them.
Yeah,
like they're playing now without the fans. It's not going to directly affect the team as if to say they're getting points stripped, which has been talked about as well, because this is the thing. If you don't do anything like this, what can you do? Because if there's scumbags there with their hoods down and you can't see their face, there's nothing you can really do other than take closer care into who's coming into your stadium, or just start disciplining everyone involved in that club. Everyone is associated with that club as a whole.
There's certain things you could definitely do. You're going to have to spend a little more, and you're going to have to enhance security. You might need, unfortunately, freaking guys wearing riot gear in each row, which is going to cost the team more in general, which isn't, I guess, fair to them, because, I mean, what's frustrating about it is the fact that why can't the fans just sit there and happily watch their team play football?
Yeah,
right? But that's obviously too easy of an answer, because there are, unfortunately, messed up people in this world that would go after the three.
There's messed up people in this world, but I mean, I'm not I trust me. I know I'm going to get the comment section saying not everyone in Kiev is like this, but the overwhelming statistics of racism in these leagues compared to anywhere else is so prominent. Russia and Ukraine. This is why we don't want the fucking World Cup going to Russia. There is so many different cultures going there.
One of the main
reasons. People just think that this is just something we talk about. Oh, there's they don't accept gays. Oh, they don't accept other races. It's showing. It happens here more than anywhere else. Why would you have a World Cup there? Nonetheless, Ukraine, it's so absurd how many times this happens. With this team, this happened last year in the Europa League, and they had to play one of their games without it, and I understand it's not the players' fault. But there's more you can do security-wise, but it's still going to happen. Racist scumbags are still going to do it until they start to, maybe the people who are start to be beside them, the people who's going to change this is the fans. So maybe if fellow fans start to protest against this and say, you're affecting our team. We can no longer play in front of a home crowd that acts as a 12th man, because it's a hostile environment to play in, and it makes it hard for teams like Chelsea to go and play, as they just showed. They drew that game. And that's because there's a hostile environment, the players play well. So if you start to strip that away from them, and then maybe the players have to play with no fans for the remainder of the Champions League, maybe that'll hit home. That is my... I have to be... When it comes to stuff like this, I have to be so severe more than anything else. There's no leniency anymore. Not with this team.
And there is where I agree with you.
Yeah, good point. And then this is not the first... It's not the only dark day in football. It seems like we've returned to all-day hooliganism by the scenes shown in the game between Manchester City and Sevilla. So take a look here, as there were some objects thrown before the game.
Qué asco de tíos, que son unos animales de mierda.
Además que son todos iguales, ¿eh?
Yo.
Qué asco de tíos, que son unos animales de mierda.
Además que son todos iguales, ¿eh? Todos rapados.
Yo le he dicho, pero es que hostia,
Al bar no entran.
hostia, puta. Por favor, yo no quiero estar aquí.
Pero que no entran, que hay un par de porteros.
Aquí no quiero estar aquí, de verdad que me da miedo.
So according to reports, the majority of these hooligans throwing chairs were Sevilla fans, and there is some reports that a Polish club actually had some members who have a long existing rivalry against Spaniards, and this was involved in it.
That's a quote right from Sports Illustrated. The other group might be fans of Slask Wrocław, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. I'm sorry if I'm not. A Polish club with a long-standing beef with the Spaniards.
Yes, and it's surprising because when I seen this at first glance, no offense to Man City fans, I expected them to be involved because they have a history of being involved in hooliganism as well. So as many English clubs, don't get me wrong. I do remember when Rangers played in Manchester for the Europa League, or it was called the UEFA Cup final a few years back, there was devastating problems there, and apparently Man City fans got involved with Rangers fans, and they were just acting atrociously after the game. It wasn't, trust me, it was majority Rangers fans, and I'm happy to admit that because there was a lot of fans, Rangers and Celtic, don't get me wrong, that are involved in hooliganism there, and I like to see any fans brought to justice because it just brings the name down to the team. And some people like to talk about, oh, that's like Football Factory in Green Street, like this is all cool stuff. It's fucking not cool. There is people killed in this. There has been many people killed. There is restaurants, pubs destroyed because of this. Like, look at the sheer animosity of those people, and it comes down to the passion of the teams. It comes down to long existing rivalries that someone thinks it's okay to bring to the surface. And although this is nowhere near as severe as what it has been in the past, I mean, we've all seen the movies. We know exactly how severe it was. It just shows that you never really know, and anything can just boil over. And this week in the Champions League has been a dark day for football fans.
Yeah, I mean, so there's no, I guess, acceptable form of what you call hooliganism, right? But here's like one of the issues is it's glorified.
Yeah.
And showing videos like this shows how deadly it can be. It also proves that I guess there is no sun in Manchester ever.
Never is.
Just always an overcast
So
day.
that's what I meant by
Maybe
dark
that's
day.
where some of the pent-up rage comes from.
Yeah.
But look, as I said during the other video we just showed, the Chelsea video, fans are stupid. I'm a diehard fan of many American sports teams and becoming a bigger fan of world football. I am in the category of a stupid fan. Yeah. Would I pick up a chair and run down the street if my team was in it? Truthfully, if I saw a bunch of my friends doing it, probably. Yeah. Does that make me a good human being? No. Would I do it? Yes. And the quick example was the Mets won the pennant, and I drank a bunch of beer and chucked it off my rooftop because I was excited and I was happy, and I'm an idiotic, emotionally invested fan.
He's confessed right here. See the guy down the stairs that had his car window broken?
And the reason I have to say that is I would like to be able to sit here and say, as a shining role model and example, no, I was able to watch my team and they won. I was ecstatic. I sat there, called a couple friends, and posted some stuff to social media. No, the reality is I'm as dumb and impulsive as any other fan.
This is before the game, though.
But it definitely. So that's what's crazy. That's the craziest part to me is like, I've always been a proponent of somebody who will not talk a lot of trash before the teams because you're setting yourself up really, really badly to be made a fool of. And if you win, sure, but you were also that a-hole that was sitting there going like, I told you my team. Well, yeah, but you didn't know your team was going to win. Yeah. So I think it's insanity that they do this before the match, but I would also say that I can't sit here and happily tell you guys that I wouldn't jump into that crazy hooliganism. Yeah. Should I be arrested for it? Yes. If I broke somebody's store window and somebody got extremely injured or, God forbid, murdered, absolutely, you do your time. But like at the same time, I see a crowd of people doing it. Looks like fun.
Yeah, it's just another example of what.
Sorry.
No, you don't have to be sorry. This is a less severe case that obviously has a long-standing history, but the prominent video still in my head is still the first one.
So is there arranged hooliganism?
Yeah, there was before. I don't know if there still is.
Would you say that's okay?
It's never okay.
If it's mutually agreed upon that they know people can get hurt, like not throwing chairs, I'm saying just like a big brawl.
Well, it's been done before. It still happens, I guess, in the undergrounds of it. It's not as prominent. But, I mean, I just think that it brought a negative light to football, and it never, ever, ever ended there. They would follow people back. They would find them in dark alleys. It would go into the field. It would go into the stands.
So, like boxing, it's unorganized.
Yeah, it's not exactly organized. But on the final note, it needs to be addressed, the first issue specifically. This is 2 years running straight in the Champions League. We've had racial issues. Chelsea, of course. And by all means, I did suggest that Ukraine and Russia are the prominent antagonists when it comes to this racial abuse. It's worldwide in football. It's worldwide in everyday life. When I talk to people here in the United States and talk about how racism is so prominent here, yes, it is. But it is a worldwide issue. Trust me. And we have to fight it together. From such an influential sport like football, it has to be fought from the people at the very top. I know FIFA's corrupt, but there is people there that can send stronger message, and it has to be adhered by everyone else. Last year, Chelsea, with the racial abuse of the fans on that fan on the train, disgusting as well. A lot of noise was made out of it, and Chelsea fans, I hope, learned their lesson. The same has to be done here with Kiev fans. They need to learn their lesson because this is a disgrace. Let me know what you guys think. Comment section below. Do you agree with my perspective on this? Are you in agreement that the fans can be caught up sometimes and are just downright stupid? Let us know. Comment section below. As always, subscribe to TYT Sports.